Studying fast is a skill set that will differentiate you from your competition. It can allow you to cram study on the day of the test, but also cover a substantial and high volume workload within limited time frames. My name is Melvin Fung, graduated in 2023 with IB 45. With tests and assignments every single week, I had to learn how to study fast in order to complete them to perfection. Today, I'll be covering all the tactics I personally use to achieve IB 45. And make sure to stick along because in the last secret, I'll be teaching you how to score full marks while cram studying on the day of the test. Firstly, most people study slow because they study while being distracted. Studying for 5 minutes and then looking at the phone, 5 minutes and then thinking about something else. This drags your study time out tremendously, where a 3-hour workload will be dragged out to 7 hours. The reason why you are constantly distracted is because you have conditioned your brain to constantly seek new and fast information by constantly consuming new and fast information, such as scrolling reels, looking at the notifications when it pings, waiting for messages, or even looking at photos in your photo album. Therefore, when you are trying to study, you end up looking at your phone to scroll for reels, checking for notifications, and checking for new messages because your brain has been conditioned to crave constant stimulation from fast and new information. Thus, the quickest way to focus and study fast would be to identify your source of quick information and cut it out completely. So if you notice yourself always looking at short form content, then you should cut that out completely. If you notice that you're always waiting for or looking at new messages, then you should cut that out during your study periods. During IB exam preparation, I had 13 notebooks to memorize, hundreds of past papers to complete, and 6 subjects worth of content to revise. I needed to study fast. I could not afford to waste a single second being distracted and dragging out my study time, as I had a high volume of workload to complete and competition to beat. Thus, for 3 months, I did not use Instagram, I did not use YouTube, and I did not use WhatsApp. I did not text anyone for 3 months straight. By committing to not consuming new and fast information, by knowing that you will not reply to any messages regardless of whether you receive any or not, your tendency to check your phone decreases and overall screen time reduces. The same goes for scrolling. Over time, as you commit to not using your phone, you'll start to become less distracted when you study and hence be able to focus longer and hence be able to study faster. Secondly, most people study slow because they do not have checkpoints. They are disorganized, not having a plan and not knowing what to study each hour. For example, if you plan to study calculus fundamentals today and you don't plan out the specifics of what you need completed and the time frame for completion, then your mind will start to think that the task is really easy and that you have all day to study. Then your mind will start to think that you have all day to complete this task and that it's okay to take it slow and waste time, hence slowing down your study time. What you want to do is have a monthly calendar of what to complete each day and a daily calendar of what to complete each hour. By knowing that you have a busy schedule, by knowing what to complete each hour, and by knowing that each hour wasted means you'll be more behind and further from your goals, you'll be more inclined to complete your task during the set time frames and hence study faster. Quick pause. Before we get into the rest of this video, if you're looking to consistently score full marks, getting 7s in your subjects, or even IB 45, I can help you achieve them. I've helped dozens of students achieve their academic goals. Students sign up and immediately rise to the top of their classes because we optimize their study methodologies. We show you what and how you need to study. If you're interested, check out Scholars Pack in the description below. If not, make sure to check out my free newsletter for free resources weekly. Next up, I want you to take an actionable step, which is placing a digital clock on your desk. By constantly knowing what the time is, you'll be more aware of the time wasted or the time spent well. And it'll constantly help you calibrate whether you're at a good pace or whether you need to focus, catch up, and hence study faster. This will also help motivate you to not waste time and thus study faster, as you're constantly reminded of the passing minutes. Another actionable step I need you to take is to have a constant sleep schedule. Waking up and sleeping early. Sleeping early and waking up early. If you're looking outside right now, it's dark. You might think it's night. It's actually early in the morning. I slept at 8 p.m. last night and woke up at 3 a.m. just to write my study notes. Now, I'm not telling you to take this extreme route because the only reason why I woke up this early was due to jet lag, but during the IB, I had an ironclad rule, which was sleeping at 10:30 no matter what. Even if I didn't complete my assignment in time, I had to sleep at 10:30 and wake up at 7:30. Now you may be wondering, Melvin, how is this related to studying faster? Waking up late often leaves you sluggish and unmotivated, as you've already missed a significant portion of the day, and by the time you wake up, it's already near lunchtime and you waste additional hours eating and procrastinating. On the other hand, waking up early gives you a psychological advantage. You're awake before everyone in your city, which naturally motivates you to make most of this quiet and productive time. You're less likely to waste these precious hours scrolling through your phone and you'll find it much easier to focus and dive straight into your studies and hence study faster. Now, before we get into the last secret, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you've gotten value so far. Oftentimes in the IB, due to the high workload, I found myself not having enough time to study for the last subject, having to cram study on the day of the math test, or only having one day to study for the computer science paper 3 exam. For math, you want to quickly go over all the fundamental concepts for the test. Due to the lack of time, you want to be reading as many past paper questions and answers as possible instead of doing them. You want to be doing this because this will increase your chances of seeing the same or similar questions on the test. And then 30 to 60 minutes before your test, you want to be revising all your fundamental concepts again. For other subjects such as computer science, economics, geography, or science, you want to be reading all the fundamental concepts over and over again, and then I want you to memorize as much as possible. I'll be releasing a guide on how to achieve photographic memory in the next few weeks, so make sure you guys turn on notifications for that because you do not want to miss out on that. You do this for 80% of the time, and then for the other 20% of the time, I want you to be reading as many past paper questions and answers as possible. This secret should not be abused. It is a last-minute tactic which you should only use as a last resort, because it is always better to be more prepared, to study more in order to guarantee full marks. This is the end of today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because I'll be posting many more study tips and guides for high school, for IB, and for university. Hopefully you guys got some sort of value so far. And for those of you in the IB doing computer science, economics, English, geography, and math. And for those of you in the IB who need help in math, computer science, economics, geography, and English, or just want to get a higher grade such as a 7 or IB 45, make sure you guys check out Scholars Pack and the link in the description below, and I'll gladly help you there. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.